O traveler from beyond this world, will you witness this tale unfold?
Alice?
You recognized me just like that? Maybe I need to work on my impression. Anywho, come to Star Sand Shoal. There's a little something I'd like your help with.
Well, it wouldn't be Clay's mom without a hefty dose of mystery, huh? Let's go see what this is about. Oh, it's Durin!
Traveler in Paimon? I'm sorry.
Oh, no, you didn't scare us.
I don't know. It just feels like it's gotten harder to control. I didn't mean to strike so hard.
It's all good. We've had worse.
No, don't worry about that. It's been very stable ever since I got this body. I'll bet. What you saw just now is something that only started happening. Anyway, what brings you here? Did you...
What?
The day that the writer and the watcher crossed paths.
So, she asked...
Miss Alice?
Oh, you too? I guess I really do need to work on my impression. I have brought you and the traveler together here for...
My mom?
Indeed, fairy tale author extraordinaire, Anya Marie Andersdottir. Now then, if you'll open the book, I will begin narrating.
Whoa! What is this place? It reminds Paimon of Simulanka.
The two are indeed similar. Both worlds were built using the same magic after...
Aha! So
Hello?
Oh, no need to be shy. Just think of me as one of your mother's dear...
you keep talking about stories and magic. What's this all about? Simulanka...
Certainly not. Simulanka was a peerless masterpiece. But you are right about one thing. Just like last time, I want to
What's this?
This is your mother's...
My mother's dying wish.
Let me answer that with a question. What do you suppose would be a writer's... Have you ever read a book called The Little Witch and the Undying Fire? Oh, well, you're missing out. It began as a little game at our tea parties. Each of us took turns. I wrote the first volume, then the other mages took their turns. M was tasked with writing the final volume and type. But by the time everyone had finished writing their parts... And that is the answer to my question. A writer's greatest regret is to leave a story unfinished. But all is not lost. I couldn't stand the doom and gloom of it all, so I went ahead and wrote an ending myself on...
Then what's...
This is the answer your mother gave to this. She made me promise that I would bring it to you, because she believed The only person who could resolve this regret.
So, my mother's greatest regret.
You could say that.
And I guess resolving the regret means...
That's one way to put it.
Oh, is a straight answer too much to ask?
Her answer was quite the opposite of what I'd expected. I'd love to tell you what she said. I really would. But that would spoil the plot, and we can't have that. Spoilers ruin everything.
Oh.
Just think of this task as giving a story a much-needed end.
I understand. But I only just started learning human script, and I don't...
Relax. Why else do you think your dear aunt, with their experience, you'll have so many story ideas you won't know what to do with them?
Yeah. If it's to help Durin fulfill his mother's dying wish, then we're in.
Aunt Alice, could I ask, what kind of...
I had a feeling this might come up, but that answer...
Don't worry. We'll help you come up with loads of ideas. Yeah. Let's find a nice spot where we can settle in and read through this thing.
Oh, the actual process might not be...
Why's that?
Because when Em created this book, she borrowed my magic. In other words, its chapters are scattered through memories of the past. Gather them.
So, where are we supposed to find these memories?
Em left a trail of clues for each unfinished chapter. Oh, and when it comes to adding to the story yourselves, you'll need to use this.
And this?
This, my dear little Paimon, is the ink Em left behind. Infused with a little of my own magic, of course. It's extremely precious, so be sure to use it sparingly. This is all that's left.
So, we need to search for the memories and keep it...
Oh, it just had to be a wild goose chase.
Perhaps it's just another form of storytelling. Em was ever so creative. Just think of it as a little challenge your mom left behind. Who knows?
I don't care about that. This was my mother's dying wish.
Yep. With the two of us by your side, you'll be...
Okie dokie. That should be pretty much all you need to know. Oh, and once the story's complete, do let me have a little look-see, okay? I've read everything.
Yeah. Most of the time, you're pretty hard to...
Don't worry, I'll know when you're finished. Just wait for me to reach out. All right, off you go. I can't wait to hear how the story ends.
Oh, here we are again. Right. Alice mentioned we should be on the lookout for clues. Huh?
A corner of repose for countless tales, watched over by the honor. There, a witch once spent. Find the place I speak of. For
Was that a riddle? Where do you think this mysterious... Hey, you... might actually be onto something.
I had a feeling that's where we would be headed. After all, it's where...
Yeah, that makes sense.
Still, I feel bad about dragging the two of you along.
Don't worry about it. We don't really have much going on right now, so... In the Mondstadt Library, huh? Talk about a trip down memory lane.
So, we're supposed to find the
Well, we're in a library, so it's gotta be books, right? But seriously, there's so many here.
Making a racket in a library? You should...
Lisa! Oh, sorry.
Now, who do we have here? Ah,
Sorry, Miss Lisa. I know you taught me to be quiet.
Well, it has been far too long since we saw each other. So I suppose back when he first arrived here, poor Jean wasn't sure what to do with. I figured if I can handle a boy raised by wolves, then teaching.
Nice! Sounds like Durin was welcomed with open...
Why, of course. Now, let's save the...
It's kind of hard to explain.
Oh? Ah, I see. These so-called seeds of the story must be the books that inspired its creation. That's just how it is with stories. They grow out of the tales that came before them. And that made...
But we don't know anything about this story. How are we supposed to figure out which...
As it happens, just before I found you here, I was looking into something rather peculiar. Stranger still. Just as he went to reach out for them, the books vanished.
Serious?
That particular knight knows this library inside and out. Something tells me these might just be the magical books you're after. According to the report, there are 3 of these...
Oh, wait! Did Klee write this one? We better show it to Lisa. An experiment log? There's something serious. Second strongest spell in existence. Wait, there's actually a book like that, right? Huh. There's... Kinda looks like a poetry collection. But let's see what Lisa makes of it.
Please be quiet within the premises and refrain from looking around.
Rise like smoke!
Well, did you manage to find... Huh. This book definitely doesn't belong...
Yeah, we can tell just...
Albedo was the one who brought it in. He suggested I place it on the restricted list and keep it sealed.
Why?
He said it's full of forbidden alchemical formulas, some of which could even result... Apparently, the danger it posed was so great, he didn't even feel...
Really? Definitely.
Still, if that maid read this book too, it must have... Well, did you Truly extraordinary. And certainly not...
So, it's some kind of book of spells?
It's true. This book does contain one of Miss Alice's spells. But honestly, the only reason it's even meant to be in the restricted section is after Klee was born, Miss Alice advised us to seal it away.
So, it's to keep it away from Klee, huh? To zip?
No, that's not it. As Miss Alice herself put it. Well, did you manage? Yes, this is a restricted book, all right.
Huh. But it looks like a regular poetry...
The issue lies with one of the poems inside. You've heard of the Great Battle 500 years ago, during the Cataclysm in Conria.
You're talking about Durin.
Well, the poem in question turns the whole battle into a dance, with the evil... But given all the suffering experienced at the claws of that dragon, how could the people of... Bards are often accused of inventing history or distorting the truth in their ballad. And, since the knights back then were unable to track down the author,
So the version in the poem, it was all...
I'm afraid that question is something only the... Well, would you look at that? seems like the...
Forbidden texts? You know, the first time you mentioned that the library...
Not really something you should be poking your little nose into, is it, cutie? Seeing as it was Miss Alice who asked you to look for these books, I won't question them.
Don't worry, Miss Lisa.
Well then, that's all from me. After...
Alright, we've gathered all the references.
Wait, look!
Please be quiet within the premises.
Long, long ago, an evil dragon descended upon the human world, bringing terrible calamity in its wake. Bravely did the people resist, until at last, the dragon lay slain. Later, a witch with a love for stories came upon the tale of the evil dragon, and for reasons she could not explain, felt a pang of sorrow on its behalf. For she knew, despite its body being born of wicked alchemy, all along, the dragon's soul was that of an innocent child. Right up to the moment of its death, it had no choice in becoming a vessel of calamity, nor could it fathom the cruel fate that lay before it. Though the witch had a love of stories, she was not pleased with how this one ended. No, that won't do, she thought. I'll write you a better ending instead. And so she set off to do just that, borrowing a little magic from her friend. With it, she wove a dragon's egg, resolving to rear a dragon child of her own. Yet long in thought she lingered, wondering what kind of world her little dragon ought to behold upon waking. At last, she made her mind up, adorning the cradle with a trace of palatial splendor. Then, she quietly waited for the egg to hatch.
Whoa! We're actually inside!
This must be Aunt Alice's magic.
Yeah!
A story about me?
Why don't we just see where the story takes us? All we know is the
Okay.
And now, a golden-haired traveler, a silvery sprite, and a dragon...
Whoa! That came out of nowhere! Yeah. But...
I've missed this. It's just like the story...
You mean... Em? She used to tell you...
Yeah, she loved it. Sorry, we should focus on what we're here to do. So...
The dragon youth wondered aloud. Yet all he... Of course, there's something to be said for...
Oh! Is that a hint?
Yeah, I agree.
For a moment, the story crashers fell silent. Perhaps waiting around wasn't such a bad idea after all. Yet those who never stray beyond the main plot often miss the fun little details along the way.
Doll is meant to be the witch in the story, right? All the people we've seen that look like that turned out to be mages from the Hexencircle.
My mother had a hat just like this.
Then, the witch must be M. Who looks like...
Whether the sprite spoke true, for in that moment, what mattered most was not that she was a witch.
Let's keep looking. Stay back!
This must be the dragon egg, right? So we've got a dragon egg about to hatch.
This is my story, isn't it?
Okay, so how are we supposed to help the story along?
Apparently, it hadn't.
Oh, right!
With the flames at his...
What? You want us to...
The silvery sprite surprise...
Huh, you...
Okay. Element for the end!
Clearly, both the golden-haired traveler and the dragon youth were eagerly awaiting the little dragon's birth. Though perhaps their longing burned a little too brightly. Still, such fiery anticipation might itself become a blessing. At last, under the witch's expectant gaze, no living being has ever decided I brought you into being because I willed it so. But I promise you this. Your birth was wanted.
You've never told me those things before, but for some reason, thank you for bringing me into this.
The waiting witch did not feel lonely, for she had 3 visitors by her side. Together, they beheld the hatchling's first breath of life. Holding her dragon child close, the witch promised him a life unlike that of the evil dragon. And so, nestled in his mother's warm embrace, did the little dragon's story begin.
Wait, isn't this Mondstadt? Looks like there's more written on the page now and less ink. Yeah, but what? Durin broke free from the curse? True.
Huh.
Is this thing on? All right.
Hey!
Hello there, children. If you're by now, I'm guessing you've already begun to leave your mark.
Wait, so even
The good news is, you can return to any chapter you've already completed and have fun, dearies.
Oh, man.
Maybe it's for the best. sooner or later, so it might be good to take a break while we...
A break. Yeah! Paimon has a sudden craving for the good hunter's sticky honey.
So let's meet up here later. I need to find Miss Lisa to return those books.
Shoot! I
Let's
can't.
go find Durin and see if that book has any new clues. Hey, Durin! Any more clues for us?
Yeah, I was just about to come find you. Let's see.
Now sprout to life, then on that breeze the mute seek the place where wind, for in poetry and
Come on! Another riddle? Oh!
care to elaborate?
Wind? Music? Poetry?
You mean Lord Barbados? Albedo introduced us when I first arrived in Mondstadt.
It's better that it's out in the open anyway.
I'm pretty sure he's already caught wind of what's going on.
Ah, right. He definitely
Sweet dreams!
Traveler, Paimon! What a sight for sore eyes! I heard your voices calling out to me on the wind.
Sorry to disturb you.
Disturb me? Not at all! To tell you the truth.
What is it? Did you figure?
3 riddles and 3 melodies. That sure takes me back.
Looks like running to Tone Deaf Bard was the right
Long ago, those mages came to Mondstadt, seeking to test but I replied, let us make music, not war, and resolve So I strummed my lyre and sang them this verse. Oh wind, welcome now, my guest. Pass through verdant leaves unseen, where shape your formless self may take, and offer up a graceful scene, a fleeting gift for welcome's sake. Leap at the edge of a sea of clouds, where land meets sky and sky meets ground. There frighten off the noisy crowds and bring my guests a calm profound. Fly beneath the stars up high, where mortal noise is swept aside, that my dear guests with starry eyes may share the dreams they hold inside. Now go to where I vowed to keep a quiet spot for them to sleep. No clash, no contest bars the way, just tea and mirth to fill the day. There you have it, the 3 melodies. As for the answers,
The woods? The edge of a cliff?
correct. Funnily enough, your mother was also the... There must be some kind of special...
The woods? A cliff?
I suppose the spot that answer points to is... You should know, after solving my riddle, the mages even accepted my proposal. And going by what your book is suggesting,
Guess you can be pretty reliable when it counts.
Thanks for the help, Lord.
still got questions for me, huh?
Yeah, you must have read countless tales.
Unfinished? Well, I guess if there's some...
Huh?
Wow, your helpfulness lasts.
In all seriousness, I would think the answer to that question lies in your...
Okay, we're here! Now, we just need to play the 3
A musical performance? Huh. Out of all the things...
Even a war that shook the world could not halt the witches' gatherings. Yet even so, with the passing of time, 3 of their teacups no longer came to be set. The witches did not linger long in sorrow, for the Story Witch had brought glad tidings of her own. Born was her dragon child, safe and sound. Her fellow witches offered up their blessings, eagerly debating how to celebrate the child's birth. In the end, they settled on the most vibrant balloons they could find. After all, what could be more joyous than the arrival of new life? And so, the witches' gathering turned into a birthday celebration.
So, we're back in the...
As if from nowhere, new guests appeared. Yet while everyone else was busy thinking about hardly the recipe for a warm welcome to
A gift?
Hey! What's this all about? We only just...
while the guests voiced their complaints,
So, we need to bring a...
perhaps it would be a good...
Why didn't you just say so?
Stay back!
Hey! Is that... Hey, Mini Durin? Nope. No reaction.
brought to life by the witch's magic ink. The dragon child, yet she could not spend all her time writing. But before doing so, she wrote one.
Huh, that's a bit convenient.
Strange. I don't remember ever being at any of the mages' gatherings. When exactly?
No wonder you don't remember. From the look...
The witches went on chatting away, ignoring the empty-handed.
Hey! Could we use these?
At last, the guests found some.
Guess that's a yes then.
Still, the guests wondered, should they put a warrior's sword in his hand and or perhaps a wandering hero, or maybe even a scholar's.
Okay. Wow. That's a lot of pressure. Oh yeah! Technically, we're actually picking a gift.
You want me to choose?
How come?
For as long as I can remember, I've spent most of my time. I always thought my mother had everything written out for me already. Just like the toy figure. What did I want back then?
Sounds like this is the It's been a while since you left Simulanka, and...
Then
In the end, the guests.
So, your dream is to become...
I just really want to be able to keep people safe. If my time in Nodcry taught me anything, it's that a lot of problems in this world, as long as I can help people, that's enough for me. Really? But I don't think it...
us in now that we've got a gift, right?
Hello there. Brought a gift?
The newly arrived guest presented his, accepting the guest's blessing. The story witch invited him and his friends to take their place. Finally, she could introduce them all to her dragon child, telling it was then that the seer witch, diviner of the star.
You gave him the same name as that evil.
That's right. But the life
What folly to love so blindly. His fate.
Then I'll rewrite it. The witches at the table fell silent, yet just as clearly, they recognized. At last, the merry witch stepped forward.
So be it. Then we'll all lend a hand.
You mean to defy one of the fun...
I refuse to be shackled by such rules.
Oh? Sounds like an interest.
I suppose. Were we to succeed...
The merry witch finally talked them all right, warm and strong as the... And so the witches readied...
For this child, I shall...
For this child, I shall leave a...
For this child, I shall call upon wondrous magic.
All the story witch had was the pen in her hand, yet with the love for this child, I shall leave behind the with the witch's blessings given and received. In the midst of the dragon child's birthday celebration, the seer witch proclaimed her prophecy. The child had been given the evil dragon's name, and with it, the burden of its fate. But hearing this, the story witch vowed to rewrite it all, for such was her love and resolve. And so the other witches offered their gifts in turn, marvels as rare as any in the cosmos. Together, they sought to test one of the fundamental laws of this world, in part to support a mother's love, and in part to sate their own curiosity. Oh, and I almost forgot. Our new guests came bearing blessings of their own. Who knows? Perhaps this extra bit of courage might be all the little dragon needs to change his fate.
Looks like we've completed this chapter. Those witches in the story were the mages of the Hex, but, Paimon kinda had trouble.
The evil dragon.
Oh, is that what you're worried about? But didn't we already take...
Ah, the mages must have had a hand. Also, I was just thinking.
Oh, it feels less like we're filling in the gaps, but we use the ink, right?
Yeah, I guess we're doing something right. Maybe I'm overthinking things. Anyway, thanks for all your help. I'll let you know as soon as the book...
Okay then. See you in the next chapter.
I think I'm gonna stick around. If you feel like jumping back into the...
Some say the god of fate calls the outcome of every... And that's why. The secret to winning a lot of games.
Your luck is amazing.
Your turn. Give it an...
Fear not, O Crimson Dragonborn, for I, the Princess of Ertalang, have bestowed upon you the benediction of the midnight hour.
Mein Fräulein means to say she's rooting for you in secret. Oh, and...
I'm not too sure if that counts as good luck.
Tis not, but the perfidious
Hey, everyone! Mr. Honorary Knight and Paimon!
It's good to see you, Honorary Knight. Mein Fräulein is quite...
Of course! But if you're all playing cards...
There's something about our horned friend over there that seems to... Normally, the animals just steer clear of him, but in the... let's just say... The feline residents probably consider it their turf. And we all know how...
I just wanted to borrow one of their nests for a nap.
What are their nests? Wait, you mean...
Yeah, it's more comfortable for me. I can stretch out just the way I like. Luckily, Miss Diona helped smooth things over, and they finally agreed to let me use one. But, I only get to use it after dark.
Oh, Diona stepped in! You know, underneath it all, she really...
The more likely reason is because Durin won't touch a drop of alcohol. As far as Diona's concerned, that pretty much makes them two peas in a pod.
Mondstadt's alcoholic drinks are a bit too much for me to handle.
There's no need to force it. Who says you have to drink just 'cause...
Yeah, it's just... I'd really like to make some more friends. So I need to learn how humans But that's why I started learning how to play Genius Invocation TCG. It's also a kind of social activity.
Exactly! Who needs alcohol when you can make friends playing cards? Speaking of which, need any tips from the master over here?
Unfortunately, with the luck he's having, not even that legendary...
Yeah, that last roll wasn't great. But who knows?
He keeps getting the exact same roll over and over. This is the third time already. If there really is a god of fate, they could have cut this kid a bit of slack. Like...
I think I've lost.
Must even a dragonborn, sanctified by the power of benediction, succumb to fate?
Don't be sad, Durin. You'll definitely win the next round. You can even borrow Dodoko if you want.
Thanks, Klee, but there's something more important I need to...
Oh, okay. So, the book's given us another hint, right?
Yep. And I think I've guessed where we're headed this time.
Mr. Honorary Knight and Durin...
So be it.
Haven't you heard? There's a strange wanderer near Wolfendom.
Not every day you're back in Mondstadt.
Ugh, where's that stench of booze coming from? Ugh, where's...
So be it.
In what sort of castle might a storybook? The witch turned to a mighty dragon. From afar, she beheld a solitary castle. Its walls kept out the wind and rain, yet also enveloped by their shade. The story's boughs were lulled in...
So that's the clue. I think we're meant to find a place where dragons live. I asked around, and it just so happens that there's a place like that.
Yep, that checks out.
I've heard that the dragon here is called Dvalin.
Do you think having the two of them meet is the best idea? You know, considering everything that happened in the past? How would we even explain everything to him? Well, if we do run into Dvalin...
Is something wrong?
Nope. Let's go!
So, this is where Dvalin lives?
Yeah. right into the middle of a...
If you're afraid of getting blown away, Paimon, you can always hang on.
This isn't Paimon's first rodeo.
The little dragon grew with each passing day, and the Story Witch, who loved him dearly, built him a big, beautiful castle. Yet in the end, she herself succumbed to time's merciless march, setting forth on a journey to a place beyond even the stars. All of a sudden, the little dragon found himself alone. He tried leaving the castle to make some new friends. But already, he had grown the claws and scales of an evil dragon, just as the prophecy had foretold. Afraid he might hurt someone, the gentle little dragon hid within the castle his mother had built, and came forth no more.
We're back in the story world. And from the sounds of it, this chapter must be about Simulanka, right?
Yeah, like the fairy from the Forest of Blessings, the King of
Yep. That will be Nilu, Navia, and Kirara.
Oh, and there's Hat Guy, too. Only lately, whenever I see Hat Guy...
What kind of feel...
It's like... there's something on his mind. He hasn't told me what it is, but...
Well, he's always been kind of broody.
I guess I should focus on fulfilling my
Yeah, we should get started on this chapter. So, let's track you down and...
That day, a small band of adventurers they promised to help the little dragon cast off the curse of...
Hey! Instead of making fun of us...
The little dragon had shut himself in...
Looks like we're in for another long one.
Let me try something.
Ooh, do you have an idea?
If that little dragon in the tower used to be me... Come on, follow me. Hey! That telescope. I've seen magical tools like that before. It should come in handy. We can get past the obstacles ahead by using these blocks to jump upwards. A turning point in... Stay back! Okay! New life!
This place is like a
We'll just have to check each spot. Yeah! Stay back! We should be able to use this block somewhere.
It's so dark here.
Hey, there's a fire over there. Let's go check it out.
Wait, is that
A little pixie. Oh, what's this?
Nilu and Navi?
Nilu?
And I'm a giraffe king.
Not this Navia you
That's right. Oh, and don't forget Catbox Lady.
Are you friend? Friend! Definitely friend, Miss... Yeah, Sri Lanka is a big part of Durin's story.
Okay, I think I get it now. Flying Squirrel Fairy, Giraffe King,
The shadows cast from the high walls of the tower were manifestations of the dragon's The group of brave creatures sought to aid the little dragon in lifting.
These shadows are blocking our path. It seems like, if only we had more fire.
Because I carry more than enough firelight for all of us. Besides, even though we're here to complete the story, who says it can't look? Before I met you all, I was so sure I'd never make a single friend. I pushed away anyone who tried to get... This time,
I'm not sure.
yes. So please,
Looks like this telescope is missing some blocks.
oh, let's try the one we just picked up.
Still not enough. Guess we'll have to keep searching. Story Dragon.
Stay back! I don't want to hurt you.
Loneliness and fear had built a cage around his heart, shutting out.
Don't worry, we can help you.
Don't come any closer!
And that was the last the little dragon.
How are we supposed to persuade him if he won't even talk to us?
If you can still hear me, please listen to what I have to say. Your claws and scales aren't some kind of inescapable curse, you know? I'm sure you think I'm lying. After all, no matter how, but this time is different.
Oh, what?
Hi, little dragon. I'm the Flying Squirrel Fairy, and I'm here to help you.
And I'm the Giraffe King. Don't be afraid.
I'm just a cat in a box, but I'd very...
These are...
Yeah, they're your friends in the future you'd be trying to avoid. I can promise. They're reaching out, so you just have to
After a long silence, heavy footsteps echoed from the tower's though the cage to his heart had been unlocked.
How can I face my friends like—
Don't worry, little dragon. We're gonna offer up our
Yeah, just like last time.
Make a wish?
At that moment, the Merry Witch made her entrance.
Hello, little one. Don't be afraid. With the blessings of your friends,
Alice? Wait, you're the Merry Witch from the story?
correct. It is I, the Merry Witch, creator goddess of this realm. And it just so happens the goddess of fate. I'm here to make good on my promise to let— With this spell, she'll have the power. But before we proceed, I must check something.
I want to be your friend. So if you're offering, then yes, I would love to have your blessings.
Were it not for the adventurer's blessings, this tale might have ended. Yet in that moment, they did not know if this—
What? You didn't say a word when we actually needed a—
Another trial. Huh, that actually sounds about right. But if it wasn't for those trials, I never would have met any of you.
That's the spirit! Come on, Durin! Let's help—
On behalf of both my past and present—
Fortunately, a brave band of adventurers heard tell of the little dragon's story. Determined to lift his curse, they fought their way through countless trials. To help him, they offered up their blessings and made a wish to the goddess of fate. At last, their wish was granted. Shaking off his scales, the little dragon stepped out of the tower's gloom. But his time in the world beyond the castle would soon teach him this gift would bring blessings and trials of its own. And as far as the little dragon was concerned, the tricks of fate had just begun.
So, Durin's wish came true.
If this story was written by my mother—
Oh yeah! So, in other words, looks like that's a wrap on Alice's task, and there's even some ink. Guess we'll have to wait for her to make contact.
So, my mother's final story has finally come to a close.
Sounds like you're a little sad to see it.
Back when I was still living in Simulanka, every day I spent immersed in that world. It felt like she was right there by my—
Durin. That's right! And you've got so many
Yeah.
Speaking of which, after all that flying around, Paimon's starting to feel hungry again. Now that you've fulfilled your mom's final wish, a little celebration seems in order.
It's just a pity we never got to see that big, beautiful dragon.
You were really looking forward to meeting him, huh? He might not be here all day.
All right, no worries. Anyway, since this feast is to celebrate—
Nuh-uh. This one's on the Traveler and Paimon.
Honestly, when it comes to who treats who—
See? He wants to be friends with you, too. But the moment hasn't come. At least, not yet.
Feels like we were gone for ages.
So, your adventure was a success, huh? Want to grab a drink?
Absolutely not. No booze allowed. Mr. Honorary Knight, Durin, I want to... We're gonna order a big meal for everybody first. Yippee!
Excuse me. Did I hear you call him Durin just now?
Come on, miss. This Durin isn't that evil dragon from Dragon's Spine. Oh, is this your first time meeting him, Marjorie? No wonder you're...
Still, even if you hadn't met him yet, shouldn't you have...
What?
So, what exactly is his connect?
Wait. But those horns on his head.
Did everyone just forget about Durin?
No, that...
The tricks of fate had just begun.
Watch out!
No one got...
Durin! Durin!
I just had Barbara check him over. He's not badly hurt, but he'll need some time to rest before he wakes up.
So, can someone explain what's going on?
It seems like, aside from Durin's close acquaintances, the people of Mondstadt...
How could that even happen?
Worse still, the abyssal power within him is showing signs of extreme instability. Could be a separate issue.
If the abyssal power inside him spirals out of control, Mondstadt will be in grave danger.
I completely agree.
All right then. As acting Grand Master, I'll send a letter requesting Albedo's...
That's pretty much all we can do right now.
Also, allow me to look after this book for now. If you need to consult it, just drop by my office.
Do you think the book might have something to do with what's happening? It's just weird that Alice still hasn't contacted us. Maybe we should...
No need to worry.
Klee was really
I'll have the Knights notify you as soon as...
No need to worry. He's stable.
Klee was really
I'll have the Knights notify you as...
No need to worry. He's...
I'll have the Knights...
A letter from Jean! Looks like Durin's woken up! Let's go see how he's doing! Jean!
Hello, you two. I'm glad you got my letter. Durin's awake and waiting on the bench.
Don't worry about us. We'll be fine.
Oh, hey, you two. I just remembered what happened right... I'm fine now.
Don't worry. We'll figure out a way to fix this.
It felt... so... After I realized no one recognized me anymore, I suddenly felt like I'd completely lost... Abyssal power lies sealed within this body I inhabit. So when I lost my connection to it, I lost control of that power, too. It wasn't until I heard everyone calling my name that I was able to...
You... lost?
I don't think the problem lies in Albedo's alchemy.
Huh. But then, why are people forgetting you? Guess that's what we need to figure out. That means we need Alice for sure. But... now would be a really good time for a hint.
How could the story's budding branches even leaving the castle? The witch high up in the canopy of that. Go to that place.
Huh? Was that another clue?
Leaving the castle. It just occurred to me. If this story is all about...
But how could she possibly... Yeah. Since we can't reach Alice right, but first, we gotta...
The tallest, grandest tree in the whole wide world. They had great coffee there, too. And so many books, you'd think about it.
Huh. That does kind of make sense. Yeah, alright. Let's just give Gina the other...
Well, it sounds like you've got a plan. All I ask is that you stay safe.
I'm...
Believe me, I'm not
Worried?
Come with me. As soon as they heard you were awake...
You all...
A little birdie told me you're working on...
Miss Lisa, you always see... Please, everyone, don't worry about...
Whoa, that doesn't...
Whew. After the library hunt in Mondstadt, it's not as if Pine...
Where do we even begin?
Even the clue this time seemed kind of cryptic. Yeah. Guess the best we can do is stay on the lookout for more weird things going on.
Sorry, what was that?
I'm here to return volume...
According to the catalog, Volume 5 of this series is not available for loan.
Let me put it this way. My copy...
Sir, you have to understand.
Hey! Look what the Wandering Tom dragged.
Oh, it's you.
And,
I'm a traveling scholar, as you know.
well, the last time we saw you was all the way in...
There were some things I needed to come back and take care of. Some document... And considering what I'm planning to do next, what's going on with you, huh?
Hat guy. Ah.
What's that supposed to... So...
Sounds like you know something we don't.
After he left Simulanka, he spent some time traveling Sumera with me. I was working on several texts at the time, and I stumbled upon something strange. Anytime Durin of Simulanka was mentioned, before long, which means all the remaining records on Durin.
How did you even discover that?
If I remember correctly, Hat Guy loved the time he spent in Simulanka.
That's besides the point. The fact is, you're not affected by the ley lines. His case is different from mine. It's more like the world itself refuses to accept. It started with a few written records.
The whole world? But that includes all... So that's what you've been worried about all this time? Why didn't you just...
There are more important questions right now. Like figuring that mage clearly cared a lot about her child.
You think that didn't occur to us already? Problem is...
Mind if I take a look? I just want to know what secrets this book is hiding.
Of course.
So, the memory we've been looking for was about you? All along?
The little dragon became companions with a stray cat with dark blue fur, with a friendship born of all they had in common. He left his castle at the tree's invitation, setting out to explore the world beyond its walls. There, he grew fond of the outside world, eager to make friends and share the story of his life. Taken by the dragon, right down. But he soon realized that no matter how he tried, it would always warp into the evil dragon's tail.
world where this chapter takes place? Looks like we're at the top of—
This one must be about what happened to me when I first... No wonder the memory that unlocked it was about Hat Guy.
Hold on. Anyone...
Maybe you've become a character in the story, too.
You see me as... a stray cat.
A wandering Tom, to be exact. You should count yourself lucky.
Maybe it's because I've known Hat Guy for longer, so...
Vivid? Then how come you haven't changed one bit?
Guess that means the impression the Traveler left was so vivid.
Hello, everyone! Ready for today's adventure?
It's the storybook, Durin.
Oh. So you're not playing yourself. Does that mean the two of you have even more memorable roles to play?
Where are we going today, kitty cat?
Whatever. Just follow me. Same as always.
Okie dokie! Can we chat along the way?
If you have something to say...
Was that seriously how the two...
Yep.
Anyway, how do we get ourselves out of here?
Usually, the narrator gives hints to help us figure out what to do.
The story's vines had woven themselves together into a giant tree. The bough he had to find a way to leave this place and set off.
Leave this place?
The little dragon felt completely lost. Just like... But as luck would have it...
You must be the...
It's true. My friend...
This meeting was no
The Seer Witch.
Insolent child. I am the seer...
Sorry.
Now, little lost dragon.
A prophecy?
Hear me now. For my
The wind took the prophecy and swept it off into the distance.
As far as I remember, once that alchemist from Mondstadt learned about the So, what does any of this have?
Oh, wise witch of
As enigmatic as she was elegant, the Seer Witch...
Just when we actually need...
The Seer Witch was my mother's friend. So, the prophecy she just...
Well, it's not like we've got better options. But...
Why don't we take a look around?
As enigmatic as she was...
Looks like there's another path over here.
The secrets he sought led the Stray to discover another path forward, though it was overgrown with bristling thorns. It seemed to lead away from this place, but each time he tried to follow it, the branches of the tail sent him back to the start.
So the author managed to work this book into the story.
What's going on here?
When I first realized you were being forgotten by the world, I thought, in which case, the only hope of a cure.
What makes you think...
Once upon a time, the Stray tore apart. He believed the story had cursed him.
The story's cursed?
It was just a suspicion before.
Wait, what do you mean?
One of the story's branches is a path I can't take. Considering what the strange magic in this book is capable of, as long as there's a chance it might work, He's not like me. He deserves...
Well, maybe Hat Guy has his reasons for thinking that.
It's what my stray cat buddy thinks is best anyway.
Hat Guy.
It's worth a shot. Just don't let this world forget who you are.
The little dragon left along the path. His companion could not, yet his memories of the stray were an indispensable. With the stray gone, in the end, the little dragon's story faded into nothing.
Who am I?
Is this me?
And so the story ended, with the little dragon fading from
Oh no! But Durin!
Hello, children. If you're hearing this recording, it's because you've reached a certain ending. You may have noticed that little Durin's experiences have been written into the pages of this book. Well, you should know that in the same way, its ending will also be written onto him. So be careful, because triggering a bad ending could be somewhat problematic. Let me guess, you're upset that I didn't warn you earlier? Don't worry, though. I've thought it all through. I built a very special feature into this book, just for you, the witnesses of this tale. So, go ahead. See if you can turn back the pages. If you're not happy with the ending you've reached, just flip back a few pages and let the tale unfold once more. Pretty incredible, huh? That's the power of magic.
Ugh! That last ending was awful.
What are you even talking about? Hurry up and...
Let's pick one together.
Sounds like the others aren't aware of what just happened. I was not sure how we'd even
Looking back the way he had come, the little dragon saw a gentle glow, a warm light that reminded him of somewhere familiar. The castle his mother had built for him still stood tall as ever, and in the paradise behind its walls lingered many joys of the past. Its gates were always open for him, a haven where no tales of wicked dragons were told.
Return.
Huh. Well, that's...
Returning to...
Think about it. It's a place where a heartfelt wish is all it takes to rewrite the... If there really is a being controlling the... If you leave this world, and it's...
Hey! Don't give him crazy ideas like that!
I was simply expressing my envy. That's all.
Well, let's say that you...
Of course not. I don't...
Oh. I just need some time to... You really want to return to the castle, don't you, little dragon? When you're there, no problem ever feels too big for you to solve.
Yeah, I guess I do feel that way sometimes.
As the little dragon slipped back inside the castle's walls, there was no danger here. As soon as his mother finished her, and so the story ended.
What's going on? I feel so weak.
Hey, what's happening? Durin, wake up! But, this can't...
Remember, if you're unhappy with this ending, try thinking of a way around it.
Uh-oh. That's not the right one either. If it comes to it, we'll just have to try warning Durin again.
The wind kept blowing, but the little dragon had not yet resolved to follow it. Before him lay a foggy path, and where it might lead he could not tell.
If we go this way, we'll be heading back to Mang out of all the islands so far. This seems like safe, right?
He helped stop the evil dragon from returning. Who all just forget about him.
But you didn't get.
I'm just saying, choosing this path wouldn't solve the main problem. I'm not against choosing this path. I just wonder what's...
Let me think about it. I still think you should keep going, little dragon. If you leave the castle, you can accomplish something amazing. Friends along the way.
Really? Then let's go!
Unable to preserve his story, the little dragon wandered astray. Fortunately for him, a certain prophetess had left behind a prophecy to guide him. The wind took the prophecy and swept it off into the distance, and so the little dragon was shown a path to wander. Following the wind's guidance, the little dragon made his escape. In turn, the prophetess affirmed the little dragon's choice, leaving an extra secret as her parting gift.
Now that you've made up your mind, I shall keep my promise by explaining Fate's little trick. Long, long ago, the gods of the high heavens gave the world outside the castle a magic of its own. They called it storytelling. It was a magic of almost unshakable power that governed how people met, grew close, and understood one another. Each person had a story meant for them and them alone, one whose ending was written in the heavens long ago. In truth, your story and the evil dragons are simply two versions of the same tale, and that is something the magic of storytelling cannot abide. Beyond the castle's walls, your story cannot take root, for the evil dragon's tale has done so already.
You still don't get it? Simulanka Durin and Tevat Durin share a special kind of connect. While they were in two separate worlds, there may have been some mutual. But when Simulanka Durin came to Tevat, a version, the answer is they can't. Those mages seem to have... I'm maker.
As I said, there's no record of Volume 5 of this series.
Then just think of this as Volume 6. Based on what I know, the author was planning...
The catalog does have a slot reserved for Volume 6.
Sure, let's go with that. All you need to know is...
You...
What are you up to this time?
Remember the red tape I mentioned before? Well, it should be pretty obvious by now.
Well, we do have a whole bunch of things to confirm with Albedo, that's for sure.
I'll join you. Just let me know when...
Hat guy?
Don't sound so surprised. I'm part of this story too, aren't I?
Well, yeah.
When I first realized you were forgotten by the world.
Why would you think that?
It doesn't matter now. Just as well. With the ley line, if that last fragile tie was broken, and to think I'm one of the people keeping you here.
Well, if it's good enough for Hat Guy, it's good enough for me.
Excuse me?
Some people, even if you try asking a simple question, tells you a complicated answer. And
Whatever. All I needed was a...
if you feel like stepping back into
I'm sticking around for the next few... So this is the other Durin, huh? If this had been the dragon that ended up being revived in Mondstadt... So, if you think about it like that... No, I'm just a little envious, that's all.
Actually, most of the credit belongs to...
Then again, barely anyone even remembers you at this point.
Ah, so you three still remember Durin. Looks like the memory loss hasn't spread to close friends. I guess that means my memory of you must still be complete as well.
Albedo.
You're finally here! Oh, boy, do we have a...
Oh, you're here too?
I think I pieced together some of what happened to him.
Master Jean filled me in on what happened, and I've got a few theories. Well, physically, he's doing fine. His body is holding the abyssal power.
So, from an alchemy point of view...
The issue isn't so much that the abyssal power within him has gotten out of control. It's that the connection between his will and body is... If he ends up losing his conscious will, his body will fall back on its biological instincts. And that... This book mentioned a witch's gathering. It seems like quite a few of these bringing fairy tale Durin into this world to replace the Durin on Dragonspine means using one Durin's fate, but the power of alchemy alone. It would have required the combined use of Miss Barbeloff's astrology, my teacher's alchemy, and Aunt Alice's magic. After learning of Miss Barbeloff's prophecy, Durin and I finally came up with a way to settle it, and I took care of the alchemy side of things. Which, looking back on it, so now, there's only one thing. As for the fate theory our friend in the hat just mentioned, I still can't figure out how any kind of magic could possibly influence the fate of Tevat.
So, the reason Alice had his...
Well, we've no time to lose. The next part of the story most likely relates to me. So the memory that
Huh?
The giant tree was home to a broken branch. Join yourself to that but first, fetch the...
I see.
Guided by the breeze, the little dragon arrived at an alchemist's workshop. There he was greeted by a clay figure, a child molded by the sage witch's hands. Though gentle in appearance, he had inherited his mother's cold, sharp wisdom. And he was determined to avert the calamity the evil dragon would bring, and so was his helper, none other than the little dragon himself.
What is this place?
It looks like it's modeled after an alchemist's workshop. Or rather, a...
Albedo?
Hold on. Why do I look like this?
Oh, yeah! We forgot to tell you. Basically, the character...
At least you're still human-shaped?
Well, since Cat Guy has taken on a different appearance too. But you, Paimon, and Durin haven't changed at all.
I'd like to know more about that too. But seeing as...
And just like that, the group stumbled upon a hidden passage.
Come on! What are we waiting for? Next chapter, here we come! Ouch!
But this was a chapter that had not yet been written.
What? Then what's the point of having a path here? Sounds like a pretty bad habit for a writer.
Over here. I found something.
What the clay figure found was none other than the evil dragon's heart, and the clay alchemist knew what it meant. Yet guided by his mother's wisdom, he foresaw only then would the evil dragon's heart grow.
Sounds like this chapter's about Albedo bringing me to life?
If that really was the solution, though, this would have been over the minute I finished.
There has to be some other reason.
Yeah, I'd like to explore the area.
Unless the little dragon kept moving, eventually he would be forgotten. Ahead of them was a storyless void, and they could go no further.
If we go this way, we'll be returning to the castle.
Returning to the castle.
Yeah, you'll just be hiding from your problems and pretending like none of this ever happened. Is that really what you want?
I see.
The evil dragon's heart continued to beat.
Looks like we have no choice but to get this done. Whatever happens next, Durin is going to need all of our help.
What the clay figure found was none other than the evil dragon's heart itself. Though the creature had perished long ago, its heart was still there, pulsing away and growing warmer with every beat. And the clay alchemist knew what it meant. That the evil dragon would return one day, just as the prophecy had foretold. Yet, guided by his mother's wisdom, he foresaw another fate. If only the alchemist could bestow this heart upon the little dragon, he might be reborn in the evil dragon's stead. Only then would the evil dragon's heart grow still, and the little one inherit its tale. At last, the little dragon accepted the evil dragon's heart, and a new life came into being. The evil dragon's heart beat in his chest, and the little dragon's soul guided him forward. Thus did the prophecy hold true, even as fate had been rewritten, and so was the little dragon born anew.
Can I?
Finally! A happy ending! That must be the last step!
Born anew, the little dragon set off once more.
Huh? So...
What comes next might be the most crucial part of all.
If fate really is as devious as they say...
Wow! You're all so serious.
The evil dragon's heart was now one with the little dragon, yet would the little dragon dare to hold this power back, or would he...
Hey! What kind of question is that? Of course he's gonna control...
Time is running out. So, will the little...
What's up with the narrator?
Would he dare to hold this power back? Or would he simply give in?
The little dragon and his companions...
Huh? What's going on?
Once the ink runs out, is that the end of the story?
I had a feeling this would happen.
What's happening to the others?
Now that the story's ink was spent, all that lay ahead were...
Looks like you've discovered another possible ending. Do not lose hope. You just need to keep searching, for there are possibilities that only you can bring to life.
Would he dare to hold this power back? Or would he simply give in? Would he dare to hold this power back? Or would he simply give in?
The little dragon was at an impasse, and the dark power unchecked. The darkness engulfed every... The little dragon's story faded into nothingness.
Is this... me?
And so the story ended, with the little dragon fading from sight.
Oh no! What do we do now?
Looks like you've discovered another possible ending. Do not lose hope. You just need to keep searching, for there are possibilities that only you can bring to life.
What's going on here? Why isn't the story letting Durin just...
It seemed...
So, what now? Can we use... How are we supposed to write a happy ending with only this much left? But...
Well, this is...
If there really is such a direct correlation between Durin was, and still is in essence, a storybook character. And I suspect that has remained the case. Reviving Durin in the evil dragon's place was an act of grafting this Durin story. But there is a fundamental difference between a being... As Miss Barbeloth reminded us, the fate of every living being in Tevat has been woven into the fabric of time. But Durin's story, on the other hand... As Durin's connection to this world wore thin, not only have people started to forget him, he started to... In other words, his story can't continue.
It would seem the little dragon had made a...
Save it. The question is, are you here to help?
This is as far...
I suppose... The final decision... It's hard to believe I never actually left my mother's story.
By there, I take it you mean... the blank pages of the unwritten chapter...
But we still don't even know how Alice's magic works. If Durin belongs inside the story, then going outside...
I'm not afraid.
I second that. It would seem this...
So be it. Whatever obstacles stand in your way...
Anything that's invisible represents the little dragon was staring at the uncrossable edge of existence itself. Then, all of a sudden, it began to fracture, as if struck by some transcendent will.
Gotta keep... My consciousness...
Keep going, Durin. A pure soul is your essence, not an empty void.
I feel so...
Stand tall, Durin. You are not some amorphous idea. The body I made for you... Yes, Durin, but you must keep going. You're as...
I can't feel a connection.
You're not alone in this world, Durin. At the very least, you have me.
I can't remember anything. Who am I?
Your name is Durin, and there are many who still remember it.
My name is Durin.
You're taking too long. Come on, Durin, run! In this world, fate waits for no one.
Wait! Where am I meant to go? What am I supposed to do?
Go. Make your wish come true, Durin.
My... wish?
Your story's not over yet!
Silence, huh? Have you nothing to...
Let me get this straight. You want to graft your story onto the...
Quite the brilliant idea. Still, the story's survival depends entirely on whether the author...
Exactly. And the moment foretold by the... I see. I thought my own ignorance might be the problem, or that I had failed to discern the... Little did I imagine that time itself would...
Well, my friend, this has been a most intriguing...
Someday, the prophecy will come to pass. Thank you, everyone. You've helped me so... Will you lend me your magic one last time?
You mean you want me to... extend?
No, not in that sense. As Rheindotter once told me, the law, whether it lasts a day or an age, the span of one's life is determined by... If I tried to breach that law by force, I'm afraid I would lose what makes... This is not a path I want to go down. If I am to die, then I shall die.
So,
I would like you to send this pen of mine into the...
I see. Then perhaps there really is a way I could create a kind of story magic to take... Oh, but for it to work, you would need to provide enough of your own words for it to...
How much?
Oh, an immense amount. So much, in fact, that you would have to... No matter how much you write, there is a limit to the number of words you can... Someday, perhaps, even your entire corpus will not be enough for the magic to continue describing this world.
Still, it's worth...
Oh, my dear Anya. Even after all this time, you're still...
Once he leaves Simulanka, things will... I'll just have to skip over...
Anya, why do you insist on sending him out? Why not just let him remain within the story?
I suppose. In fairy tales, all it takes is a... That's just how fairy tales end, isn't it? But have you ever wondered what happens to the main character? Tell me, Alice. In your eyes, what would be...
To leave a story?
Not a bad answer. It's true, many writers come. My greatest regret is that every...
Anya.
No matter how brilliantly a character shines, for them, the story itself becomes... But what if, instead, I could place my pen in their hand?
You mean...
You said it yourself. I can only leave so... But I found a way to use your magic to transform some of... This ink is a magical medium he can use to complete the story. For what is storytelling but another kind of magic? And even once he reaches the chapter where I stopped, he'll... And so, by leaving him...
A character with the power to write...
That way, he'll finally be free from the cage that is my pen.
And you no longer need to worry about the constraints of my... But there are still... First of all, once he arrives in Tivat, he'll have to... As you gradually hand over creative control, that connection will grow.
But at the same time, he'll also have the chance to forge...
The issue is, this method taps into too many of Tivat's core secrets. In fact, it'd be hard for you to leave anything at all to guide them.
We still have the story itself, though.
It's entirely possible he burns through all your ink, never reaches the chapter you had in mind, and gets stuck, roaming the chapter. But despite...
I still believe in what this child can... His hopes and wishes can be his ink, so he won't be trapped.
Oh, what the writer you are, Anya. Your imagination never ceases to amaze, and you do know how much I love a happy ending.
Thank you, my friend. Well then, my child, do you understand what you must...
Yes. It's my turn to keep this story alive.
Then
What's holding?
What will become of you after I take up?
I will fade away. There will no longer be my child. Or your mother, I should say, passed away long ago. The voice
I know my mother died long. It's just, when you lose your mom too soon, it's hard to take.
Durin.
But after coming to this world and traveling it with my friends, I suddenly realized I couldn't just sit around listening to maybe this is just what growing up feels like. With all my new friends, I'm ready to grow up now, Mom.
Then you've witnessed this story from the very beginning. Made your from here on out. Now I ask of you, the other pillar of the... Will you turn the page so the next chapter can begin? Suddenly, and without warning, the powers of darkness struck. The question was, could the little dragon prevail? Alas, it was here that the story witch's tale had to end.
But Durin's tale, on the other hand, had only just begun. Stepping into his mother's memories, he picked up her pen. And so the story that was ending began anew. He had made up his mind to challenge the fate that barred the way ahead.
Looks like this is the final step.
A chance to strike back at fate? Now that's not...
No! That fate no longer defines me. Watch out! Decay! New life!
No dodging this one. Here, I'll help lift you up.
Only my story shall endure. Stay back! The story has only just begun!
Looks like there's nowhere to hide. Here, I'll cover for you.
Power. This time, the light prevails. Thank you, Mom. And so it was that Durin defeated the darkness and rewrote his fate. But his story is far from over. Is everyone okay?
We're fine, thanks. And hey, we all saw how you fought back there. That was awesome!
I have to admit, I do feel like I owe you all so much. Without your help, I don't know if...
Just a shame I could only help out from the sidelines. Like I said before.
Well, I'm...
Hear what?
The chance to strike back at fate, knocking it...
Allow me to just check one thing. Yes. The abyssal power within you has stabilized again.
Oh, thank goodness!
I wonder what it means, though. Aside from the principles of alchemy, what other
Look, it all turned out fine, so just leave it at that. Now...
You're leaving so soon? Well, don't humans usually throw a party?
A party? Do I look like that? Anyway, come find me again next time you're in trouble. That's what friend...
In a way, though, he is right. This is Durin's moment to celebrate.
Hey, I don't blame you for asking. And honestly, I'd be perfectly happy.
It's all right. I'm sure we'll get a chance at some... All right, then. Traveler and Paimon?
Okay, see ya! So, it's party time next! Huh?
Congratulations on completing your mission. Now then, as per...
She must have known the moment we finished! Just like she said...
I've heard dressing appropriately is a must for socializing.
Oh, my writer and witness.
You had special plans for the Traveler from the start!
But of course, that goes without saying. For a story to live on, it needs both I chose the Traveler as the witness because of the special... It's not easy finding someone with that kind of background, you know. For a moment, I even...
At least it made for an interesting story, right?
Huh? What are you doing here?
With the Hexenzirkel carrying out such a risky experiment in Mondstadt, it didn't cross your mind.
Sorry for the trouble, Lord.
Think nothing of it. I dare say the Animo Archon quite enjoyed coming along for the...
Here, please take...
Well. Somehow, despite all my careful planning, it never even crossed my mind that Rheindotter's child would be capable of handling that kind of alchemy. If only the others were here too. We could also...
I'm right here, you know. The only one who hasn't...
Is that you, Barbie? A little late to the...
Come here, child. Let me take a closer look at you.
All right, Aunt Searwit.
Just as I thought. This child's fate does not appear among...
What does that mean?
Child, all you need to know...
Oh.
Just like how she was in the story, huh?
Tell me, little Durin, what will you do next?
Well, there's so much I want to do.
How about settling your most recent regret?
Not so fast, Tone-Deaf Bard!
To make a long overdue wish come true.
Thank you once again, Alice.
How much time do you have left?
I believe these should be my final moments.
This feels like having to say our final goodbyes all over again.
I don't know how to respond to that. Strange. You were always such a cheerful figure in my story.
Oh, please. You know full well it was your story. Aside from saying goodbye to me, shouldn't you also leave, since the book will be his to continue? Why don't you write him?
There's no need. His mother already did that. All that remains is... My child, these may be the last words I get to leave you. I've always thought of the characters in my stories as my children, loving each one of them, just like a mother would. But you are the most extraordinary of them all. You alone can defy the fate of this world and write the perfect ending to my story. You alone shall leave these pages for a future I will not see. Still I say to you, fly, my sweet child. Just like a forest breeze yearns for the open sky, head into the unknown and seek an adventure to call your own. If you meet a dragon bright as 1,000 jewels, dance through the air together. You are not alone, for this world has accepted your place in it. Do not lose heart. You still have many wishes left to fulfill. A long tale awaits you, my love. Let songs and flowers be the ink that fills its pages. Take my pen and use it to continue your story.
There you go! Your very own copy of the book. We wouldn't want one of the story's key witnesses to leave, and of course, this copy isn't magical in the same way. But rest assured, all...
And so they flew together. Who'd have thought such words could ever...